We start this top hour with a new update in our most viewed story. Cleveland County deputies have identified the people involved in an accident where a truck drove off and overlooked near Gears Ferry Lake. We learned just a short time ago deputies reported the driver, Ishmael Pounce, died at the scene. Additionally, Daphne Lopez was in the passenger seat and is now in critical condition after being airlifted to a hospital. Right now, the question for why the wreck happened remains unanswered. The pictures you're seeing now gives you a better look. According to the Cleveland County Sheriff's Office, the truck apparently drove through a fence and then took a 243-foot plunge to the bottom of the dam. Our team will continue following this and bring you the newest updates on air and online at THP11.com. Happening right now, the first batch of wheels are driving across the new westbound portion of the I-30 River Bridge. On your screen is a live look at the start of the bridge heading out of North Little Rock. RDOT crews spent the weekend working on phase 2. For that reason, parts of the interstate was shut down to make way for the new traffic pattern. With that now done, you have new options when it comes to crossing the river. RDOT is urging you to pay attention as the new traffic pattern could take you on a different route by accident. You can now enter downtown without merging with interstate traffic. Plus, there's new ways to get on the 630 and you can get off and back on I-30 in a single stretch. Only thing left now is phase 3, which involves updates to the eastbound section.
Well, good afternoon. We are all talking about this beautiful weather, but we need to keep a memory here on the burn ban list. Currently, we do have 47 counties on that burn ban list. And not only do we have burn ban, it's also the wildfire danger. So for the next couple of days, we're going to have breezy conditions, and we're also going to have very low humidity, and that really increases the chance for that fire danger. We'll go into that a little bit more in Maine weather, but going ahead and taking a look at our day, 66 in central Arkansas, really nice out there. And if you're headed out to the Arkansas State Fair, it's a great day for it. Plenty of sunshine. We probably won't see the 70s until later this afternoon. Again, low humidity and breezy conditions making for a nice day ahead for the entire state. A little bit warmer to our south and pushing those 80-degree temperatures, but we are going to see those temperatures continue to make their way into the lower 40s overnight tonight. So tomorrow morning when you wake up, it's going to be in the 40s, and we're going to have plenty of sunshine throughout the day. Again, remember, we are talking about breezy conditions, low humidity, and a high in the mid 70s for your Tuesday.
All right, thank you, Tracy. And your Election Central, we're just over 3 weeks until Election Day. Natalie Brand takes you on the campaign trail for how both presidential hopefuls are working to win people over during the final stretch.
Vice President Kamala Harris sat down for a live interview Monday with media host Roland Martin to discuss issues impacting black voters.
What I intend to do, which is saying that your medical debt cannot be on your credit score, putting $16 billion in HBCUs, having the lowest black unemployment in recent history.
Her campaign recently released economic proposals aimed at black men, a critical voting bloc for Harris.
Often the people whose policies get pushed through are the people who actually demand what they want through their votes.
The proposals include forgivable loans to black entrepreneurs, a health initiative tackling conditions that disproportionately affect black men, and legalizing recreational marijuana. Former President Donald Trump is also competing for their votes. A new CBS News poll shows the race essentially tied in the battleground states.
When I win on November 5th, the migrant invasion ends and the restoration of our country begins.
In Arizona this weekend, Trump focused on immigration, pledging to hire 10,000 more Border Patrol agents after earlier opposing a bipartisan bill to provide more border security resources. Also on Sunday, the former president suggested using the military to go after a, quote, enemy from within.
We have some very bad people. We have some sick people, radical left lunatics. And I think they're and it should be very easily handled by, if necessary, by National Guard, or if really necessary, by the military.
Ahead of Trump's rally in California Saturday, sheriff's deputies arrested a Las Vegas man for allegedly having a loaded firearm and a high-capacity magazine at a checkpoint near the venue. A federal law enforcement source tells CBS News there's no indication this was an assassination attempt. Natalie Brand, CBS News, Washington.
This afternoon, THV 11 has learned a new person is stepping up to lead the Arkansas National Guard. Just yesterday, Governor Sanders officiated Brigadier General Chad Bridges as the next in charge. We were able to get these pictures of the ceremony happening on Sunday. Bridges will officially take command as the 55th Adjutant General of the Arkansas National Guard. At the national level, SpaceX is celebrating after launching its Starship rocket, then using the same launch pad for the rocket's return. Mark Strassman gives you a better look at how it's done.
We have liftoff.
It was one giant step for SpaceX as it launched its most powerful rocket ever built.
We're now down to 3 Raptor engines.
And then flew its first stage booster back to the launch pad where giant metal arms called chopsticks grabbed it, just 7 minutes after lifting off in Boca Chica, Texas.
What an incredible view!
The uncrewed 5th test flight, a new milestone in SpaceX's vision of developing a fully reusable rocket to return astronauts to the moon and beyond.
What SpaceX is trying to do is build the world's largest and most powerful rocket with the expectation that once it's ready to go, it will be able to carry 100 metric tons into orbit, which is far greater than any other spaceship has ever carried before. And it's expected to be reusable.
Derek Pitts is the chief astronomer at the Franklin Institute.
Reusability of spacecraft for future space exploration is extraordinarily important because reusability drives down the cost of space exploration.
The other half of the spaceship traveled halfway around the world before successfully splash landing in the Indian Ocean. Both stages are designed to be reusable, a crucial step in exploring space.
What SpaceX plans to do in the future for this spacecraft capability, though, is to take astronauts out to Mars.
Mark Strassman, CBS News.
Well, today, some kids in Hot Springs are walking around with a new pair of socks and shoes, and it's all thanks to the help of Samaritan's Feet and the Razorback men's basketball team. Over the weekend, the nonprofit spent time giving back to the community. Anyone who showed up could get shoes, socks, and even a new coat. Joining them were the Arkansas Hogs, who wash the feet of the people receiving shoes. The team's assistant coach says it's important to show up for the people who do the same for them.
We're so fortunate to do what we do. It's an opportunity for our guys to give back because we get so much from the university, from our community, from our families. To have this ability and this opportunity to give back, it's incredible.
As mentioned, the group behind it all is Samaritan's Feet, and they say they've collabed with Calipari before he was at Kentucky, before it was even so special helping him out at home. Meanwhile, today we're doing our part to spread the word on child safety. It's all a part of THV 11's Mission Home. Our team spent the morning handing out child safety wristbands at the State Fair. That's where Rolly Hoyt is joining us. Rolly, what exactly is the mission we're trying to help achieve, and how can people take part?
Thanks so much, Jurnee. Yeah, we are out here where this is the great accessory that everybody is wearing. It's high fashion around here. As you mentioned, it's THV 11 Mission Home Day. It's also a holiday Monday, which means this State Fair, which has already seen record crowds over the weekend, is going to be jumping. If you're about yay high, you're going to want to have one of these wristbands. We're going to explain why. It's going to unlock all kinds of fun on a busy day here at the State Fair. We'll talk about that coming up a little bit later on in the show.